Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. We're going to talk about comic books, specifically DC Comics. They just announced a new initiative called DC Future State, which if it doesn't sound familiar, maybe we should tell you what it was originally referred to, which is 5G. That's right, DC Comics is hell-bent on blowing itself up by rebooting the universe again and replacing nearly all, if not all, of the lead characters in their comic books at a time when WarnerMedia is going to be chopping underperforming companies. I think this is an incredibly stupid decision. I just got word of this via Newsarama earlier today. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about WarnerMedia already trimming some of their HBO offerings. They're reconsidering their New York headquarters to save some money. And of course, they're going to be laying off thousands of people. So why DC thought now was a good time to shake things up is beyond me, unless they thought that maybe they had nothing left to lose. I don't know. Before we get into it, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We're at almost 150,000 subs. Thank you so much for the support. It's been awesome. And if you want to give us some continued support, go to shopclownfish.com, and we've got some merchandise, official Clownfish TV merchandise over there that you can check out. So here we go, guys. 5G is going to happen. This after DC laid a bunch of people off, including Dan DiDio, who was, I guess, the guy spearheading this 5G initiative. And it looks like DC has taken a cue from Marvel Comics and rebooting their line like every year or two in a desperate attempt to win back readers. And I don't think it's going to work. That is my opinion. But we're going to go out and read what they have to say on it here at, well, I would call it Newsarama, but it's no longer Newsarama. The comic book tab on Games Radar. DC Future State, Superman and Justice League, January 2021 solicitations. Not coming to you from Diamond, by the way. DC cut ties with Diamond. DC has revealed advanced solicitations for the Superman and Justice League titles relating to the publisher's Future State event. This flashes forward to a set of possible futures for the DC universe, showcasing new talent and new concepts of classic characters. So this is interesting. Are they, instead of saying, hey, we're gonna just, reboot everything, here is a look at what maybe, possibly, maybe, potentially could happen if it's popular enough. But we're not saying this is actually the future. It just might be the future. So we're talking like the 2099 Marvel titles. Is that kind of what they're doing? Hot on the heels of revealing the Batman family of titles that will appear as part of the January 2021 launching of Future State, DC has now put forth the solicitations for all of Future State's Superman titles, including Superman of Metropolis, Kara Zor-El, Superwoman, Superman vs. Imperious Lex, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Superman World. That's a lot of Superman. Superman Worlds at War, all of which place new spins on characters and concepts from the Man of Steel's mythos. Then there's DC's Future State's Justice League family of titles, oh sweet lord, which includes, of course, a Justice League title that unites the core Future State versions of Batman, identity still unknown, not Bruce Wayne, Green Lantern, which is Joel Mullion. I don't know, this must be a newer character. Superman, John Kent, Aquawoman, Arthur Curry and Mara's daughter, Wonder Woman, Yara Flor, a brand new character, and The Flash, someone from the multiverse, just someone from the multiverse, alongside titles for most of those characters. The Justice League line also encompasses Future State's look at Swamp Thing, Teen Titans, Suicide Squad, and Shazam, along with a Future State look at the Legion of Superheroes by current Legion of Superheroes ongoing writer Brian Michael Bendis. I'm sure that's going to make lots of people happy. So here are the covers. Yeah, this is, guys, this is just, it's just a sales gimmick. It's just a sales gimmick. Although it's interesting that they're saying that this is a possible future. We're just going to see if any of this sticks, right? That's what we're going to do. We're going to create some new-ish characters. Although I will say I do like the design of the Flash's costume, even if it looks a little Spider-Man. But yeah, I don't know what the hell they're doing. I don't think DC knows what the hell they're doing. DC, of course, had massive layoffs. A lot of people were calling it the DC implosion, and this just happened a couple of months ago, like 2 months ago. DC had massive layoffs because of WarnerMedia. Time Warner was so 2 years ago. WarnerMedia, which is now part of AT&T. And we're going to talk about that because they're already starting to chop. So this might just be DC's Hail Mary pass to see if any of these new characters and concepts stick, because if they can get something to stick, then they might be able to justify their existence for a little bit longer. But it looks to me like, and to a lot of people, like DC is just in the business of making YA graphic novels at this point, that they're kind of ditching the direct market. But I am very shocked that they went through with the 5G. Maybe they just didn't have anything else lined up. Maybe they were going to do this come hell or high water. They couldn't just reverse course, especially with all the shuffles at the top. How are they going to do that? Just be like, yeah, I know we've been working on 5G for like 2 years now, but let's just stop. Let's just stop doing that. And oh, by the way, all your bosses are gone too. So I think it's going to be a mess. I think it's going to be a cluster. Absolutely. And I want to point to Marvel's absolute failure in doing this. Marvel, they kept rebooting and rebooting their universes to the point where it didn't make sense to follow the comics anymore, because you knew in a year they were going to change everything anyway. I haven't picked up a Marvel comic in probably 5 or 6 years. I can't tell what the hell's going on now. I don't really care. I don't really care to jump back on board and start reading monthlies again. I read trade paperbacks and graphic novels, digital comics, and that's about it. I'm not picking up the floppies anymore because I don't know what the hell is going on at Marvel. And this article was written in 2018 on Gizmodo. And as of 2018, they had 4 reboots since 2015. And it's all about the number ones, guys. They're playing a little 3-card Monty to try to trick people into buying a whole bunch of new number ones. And when they're, basically rebooting the whole line, that's like umpteen number ones. Look at all these number ones. Look at all these number ones, and people are going to be stupid enough to buy them all, I'm sure. But we'll see, what happens. But look what happened to Marvel. Marvel played this game too, where they replaced everybody and they relaunched everything and they renumbered everything. And 2017 rolled around, and the comic publishing arm of Marvel found themselves in a very, very bad place. And Axel Alonso got gone at the end of the year because it was such a disaster. Now, in the case of DC, they preemptively fired everybody anyway, so I don't know if it really matters. It sounds to me like they're just trying to get this stuff out the door because that's what they were working on. I don't know. But we're going to talk a little bit about WarnerMedia and how it's very possible more cuts are coming to DC Comics, because they did announce that they were going to shed thousands more jobs. Now, the last round of layoffs with WarnerMedia, they cut about 600 to 800 jobs, I think, is the number I remember reading. And now they're talking like WarnerMedia cataclysm. They're talking thousands of jobs, underperforming divisions getting gone or getting sold off. We know they're already looking at selling Crunchyroll. I can imagine that they're going to probably gut Rooster Teeth too, especially with all the controversy around Rooster Teeth. But they're going to be cutting thousands of jobs. For those of you not familiar from the Wall Street Journal, changes at owner of HBO, Warner Brothers, seeks to cut costs by up to 20% as the pandemic pressures film and TV. And this was last week. And they haven't really started cutting individual jobs yet, but they're already starting to cut expenses. This came out a couple of days ago that they're reconsidering their New York City headquarters. Now, this is a big deal because WarnerMedia's New York City headquarters is kind of an icon, and they're even thinking, I don't know if we're going to keep this place or not. This is coming from Seeking Alpha. In the wake of reports that WarnerMedia is preparing to cut thousands of jobs in a restructuring, AT&T is reportedly reevaluating the unit's giant New York City headquarters. Telecom giant is conducting a strategic review of the 1.5 million square foot space at 30 Hudson Yards. Business Insider reports the review is expected to be complete in early 2021 and could mean a heavy downsizing of the space, which not only holds WarnerMedia corporate staff, but also HBO and production studios for CNN. It's hired real estate service firm CBRE on the review. According to the report, a move would be the latest in a series of decisions by large companies to back away from office space during the COVID-19 pandemic and embrace more remote work. Also means saving a lot of money. Because a place like that in New York, can you imagine what that's costing them? So this was just announced today that WarnerMedia is going to discontinue HBO and Warner Brothers TV channels in India and other South Asia markets. That means if you want HBO, you're going to be forced to stream it. And I think that's going to be the new normal. I kind of wonder if they're not going to just get rid of HBO as a TV channel and just tell everybody to subscribe to HBO Max, because that's what a lot of this downsizing is about, is to get people to subscribe to HBO Max to compete with Netflix. So this is coming from TechCrunch. Warner's going to discontinue HBO and Warner Brothers TV channels in India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh later this year as the entertainment conglomerate struggles to find a sustainable business model in South Asia, despite operating in the region for more than a decade. This is going to end HBO and WB TV channels in the aforementioned markets where a cable subscription costs only $4 to $5 a month. While HBO is a household name in the US and several other developed markets in India and other South Asian nations, its audience size remains tiny, so they're just going to probably push them to streaming. Times Internet's Movies Now, Star Movies, and Sony Pix had a considerably larger viewership than HBO. Warner cited a dramatic market shift in pay TV industry for its decision, said it will continue to offer Cartoon Network and Pogo in India. I know Cartoon Network is actually very popular over there. Cartoon Network, like We Bare Bears, is like hugely popular overseas. And it will distribute CNN International in the country. So after 20 years of success for the HBO linear movie channel, that's what they're calling it now. That's what they're calling regular old cable TV, linear TV. For the HBO linear movie channel in South Asia, and more than a decade with the Warner Brother linear movie channel, it was a difficult decision to make. Not really. But there are cutbacks coming, guys. Big cuts. My understanding is it's going to be another week or two until we actually see them drop the hammer on different divisions at WarnerMedia. The hammer is going to fall, and I'm telling you guys, I know a lot of folks have been talking about it. I think Ethan Van Sciver's been talking about it, that if DC Comics doesn't pull a rabbit out of its hat with this 5G future state thing, it's very, very possible that monthly comics will be toast. And in fact, I'm thinking that this is the beginning of the end for them, because it does look like they're focused more on doing graphic novels and that sort of thing as consumers shift from buying comics in comic book shops to buying trades and all of that stuff. Manga, I think YA graphic novels will probably be a safer bet, even though a lot of the stuff that they're coming up with kind of looks like hot trash, but good luck with that. Gonna wrap it up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk to you guys later.